what it's like when you're trotting around town and you think to yourself, you'll stop off and have a drink. Well, if you can afford it, you know. For those of us who watch this channel on a regular basis, you will know, of course, I like to consider myself to be the king of flasks. I don't necessarily like spending out and about while I'm out. Tight northerner, you know, Yorkshireman, all that sort of thing. But truly, you never know where you're going to get a good cup of tea. But what I do like sharing with you is places that I've been lucky enough to go into and then really be in wonderment about them. This particular venue behind me here, the Coach and Horses, has been up and going since the 17th century. Now, I was lucky enough to be taken into this public house by none other than this rocker, Ronnie Wood. Now, Ronnie, of course, is famous for being part of the Small Faces and then the Rolling Stones. Now, I became friendly with Ronnie when we went along to interview him at his own art studio just round the corner from this particular public house. Ronnie is a brilliant artist and has done many wonderful paintings, drawings, all that sort of stuff. He told me that he took it up simply to alleviate the boredom through touring. What a talent, though, not just to be a great guitar player and singer, but nonetheless, you know, to find a secondary talent too. But back to this particular public house. The reason why I wanted to share this with you is simply because this is London's narrowest pub. That's right. One of the oldest, but also the narrowest. It only has 50 seats inside. But don't let the size of the place deceive you, because it's full of old worldy charm and everybody's incredibly friendly. And considering that this particular bar is in the very heart of Mayfair, very reasonably priced too, I have to say. Yes, as I say, my memories of the Coach and Horses were simply this. I found myself in this bar with none other than Mick Jagger, Ronnie Wood, and then popping in at a little bit later stage, the supermodel Naomi Campbell. That was the sort of circles one was lucky enough to meet in. You know what I'm saying? Naomi, couldn't believe this, also bought one of Ronnie's paintings, which was, shall we say, not on the cheap side from his gallery. Ronnie remains a good friend, as does Naomi and Mick today. And every time I pass this bar, I always remember about, you know, literally, I don't mind sharing this with you, but you know, when you get taken in, you think, I wonder if they'll expect me to buy the drinks. And more importantly, will it be expensive champagne? And also, would you have enough money on you? You know what I'm saying? Fully, I wasn't stuck with the bar bill and we had a fabulous afternoon. And as many people who watch this channel know, I am a teetotaler, so it was just tonic water for me. But the stories that they shared over and in London's narrowest public house will stay with me forever. And now, as I say, I just wanted to share this, another delightful place, very much in the heart of London, with you. If you're coming around, do have a look in. Apparently, this was, you know, way back in the 17th century, where a lot of highwaymen would meet to plan their dastardly sort of things, who they were going to rob, who they thought was leaving London to go to the country. It really is steeped in history. And in the 18th century, many famous writers came and sat in that small bar, earwigging to find out what sort of stories they could come up with, write about and sell to the general public. As ever, I'll leave the rest with you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.